Imagine opening your eyes tomorrow morning and becoming completely convinced that you are already dead, not afraid of dying, not expecting death, but believing that it has already happened. Your family speaks to you. Doctors tell you that you're alive. You can see your own hands and hear your own voice, yet nothing changes your mind. In your reality, you no longer exist. It sounds impossible, like something from a psychological horror film, but this is a real medical condition. It is called Cotard Syndrome, one of the rarest and most mysterious disorders ever recorded. Fewer than a few hundred detailed cases have been documented in medical literature, making it extraordinarily uncommon. Yet, for those who experience it, the nightmare feels completely real. People with Cotard syndrome may believe they have died, lost their soul, or that parts of their body have disappeared. Some insist they have no heart, no brain, or no blood. Others claim their internal organs have stopped working, even though medical examinations show nothing abnormal. Their senses tell them one thing, but their mind reaches an entirely different conclusion. The disorder was first described in 1880 by the French neurologist Jules Cotard. One of his patients believed she no longer had a brain, chest, stomach, or nerves, because she thought she had already died. She believed she no longer needed food or water. Tragically, her belief became so powerful that she eventually stopped eating, demonstrating just how dangerous this condition can become. Today, doctors understand that Cotard syndrome is not a disease by itself. Instead, it usually develops alongside other serious conditions such as major depression, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, dementia, Parkinson's disease, or after traumatic brain injuries and strokes. Although rare, the syndrome has been reported in many countries and across different age groups. Scientists still don't know exactly why it happens. One leading theory suggests that the brain loses its normal emotional connection to reality. A person can recognize familiar faces, hear familiar voices, and even recognize themselves in a mirror, but they feel emotionally disconnected from what they see. Imagine recognizing your own reflection without feeling that the person staring back is actually you. Over time, the brain desperately searches for an explanation. For some people, the impossible answer begins to feel like the only logical one. I must already be dead. This false belief can change nearly every part of a person's life. Some refuse food because they believe dead people cannot eat. Others stop bathing or caring for themselves because they think their body is already decaying. A few have even visited cemeteries because they believed that was where they belonged. To everyone else, these actions seem irrational, but inside the patient's mind, they are completely reasonable. Doctors diagnose Cotard syndrome through careful psychiatric evaluation rather than a single medical test. Since the disorder often appears alongside other illnesses, identifying the underlying cause is essential. Brain scans may appear normal in some patients, while others show abnormalities in areas involved in emotion, self-awareness, and facial recognition. Fortunately, recovery is possible. Treatment usually focuses on the condition causing the syndrome. Patients may receive antidepressants, antipsychotic medication, mood stabilizers, psychotherapy, or, in severe cases, electroconvulsive therapy, commonly known as ECT. Although the treatment is often misunderstood because of its portrayal in films, modern ECT is performed under controlled medical conditions and has helped many patients recover when other treatments have failed. Many people who recover later describe how real their delusions once felt. They often say that no amount of evidence could convince them they were alive. Looking back, they recognize how powerful the human brain can be and how easily our perception of reality can change when the brain's normal processes are disrupted. Cotard syndrome reminds us of something both fascinating and unsettling. Our experience of reality depends entirely on the brain. The beating of a heart, the breath in our lungs, and the people around us are not always enough to convince someone they are alive if the mind can no longer interpret those signals correctly. The human brain is capable of incredible creativity, intelligence, and imagination, but in extremely rare cases, it can also create one of the most haunting beliefs imaginable, that life itself has already ended.